Today's That Geek Show is brought to you by Atom Tickets. Download Atom Tickets, now available on iPhone and Android. Hey everybody, welcome back to That Geek Show, the podcast for the geeks and nerds out there all across the universe and everywhere you can get podcasts in your earbuds, in your car, while you're doing the laundry, mowing your lawn, whatever you're doing, we don't judge. We're just here to give you some great geeky and nerdy content every week. Let me introduce the panel. We got quite a big one tonight. Today, tomorrow, whenever you're listening. We'll start with the returning member of the crew, Mr. Giovanni Estrada. He broke his streak, but he's back.
Yeah, what's up, everyone?
What's up?
No, I'm back, I guess.
Yeah, you're back. With a dog barking.
That was not me. No dogs for me.
I'm in my room. How did you hear that?
That
was like outside. That was my neighbor's dog. Like, how do you hear that?
I don't know. That voice you just heard was Jeff Lopez coming back on the podcast with us. How you doing, Jeff?
I'm doing good. I'm glad I made it out of work on time.
Yes, with a very powerful microphone. It sounds like picking up everything. Also, we got on with us today Matt Grumman, movie review editor, sitting in.
Hey guys, how's it going?
On his famous, small, tiny headphone mic. So.
Yes.
Hashtag
the greatest audio quality in the world.
Everybody tweet
Sounds
hashtag
automated.
get Matt a new Mac. Matt a new Mac.
Yeah.
Matt a new mic. Get him a Mac too.
New
Now
mic.
you're at it.
Okay.
All right, and then finally you heard. Well, not finally, but the voice you just heard was Katie Guerin joining us again.
Oh, hey, guys.
Oh hey, Katie.
Hi.
Oh hey. And
Katie's not forgotten.
yes, and then that of course was Connor, and he is joined by Dan, who are sharing a mic tonight. So they will be in one room, one mic, two guys
In the same room, which I was not
Yes.
invited.
Hey, you were getting your mic checked. We just want to make sure.
I want to point out, I was in my other room, and he's like, hey, come in mine. I'm like, oh, this is all right.
Yes, behind the scenes chat room chat. All right, let's get started, guys. So the big topic of the week, Ant-Man came out a week from, well, not a week from today, but about a week ago, and we gave everybody a good chance to see it, so we're going to get into some spoiler talks. So without further ado, let's get into the big topic of the week.
Before we get started, does anyone want to get out?
Now let's do this!
I got a bad feeling about this.
You're gonna need a bigger boat.
Inconceivable!
I'm Groot.
Time to nut up or shut up.
Spartans! Prepare for glory!
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
Why is the rum always gone?
I make this look good.
I know who I am! I'm a dude playing a dude disguised as another dude! Avada Kedavra.
I like this ship.
You know, it's exciting.
Looks like a TKO to me.
I think I got it, but just in case, tell me the whole thing again. I wasn't listening.
All right, who wants to start? General thoughts and feelings before we go into spoiler talk. We already got Matt's last week. Matt, thank you for that mini Ant-Man review, pun intended. So we'll go ahead and... and by the way, there is a review up on thatgeekshow.com by Mr. Matt Grumman. Go read that. You can actually probably read that while you're listening. Unless you're driving, don't do it while you're driving. All right, let's go around the room. Let's talk about general thoughts and feelings. Katie, what did you think of the movie, just as a whole?
As a whole, I liked it, actually. I thought it was... I mean, it wasn't the best of the Marvel films that I've seen, because they've had some really kick-ass ones. But as far as Ant-Man goes, I think it was a pretty good sequel. I love the lady kicking ass, so that's always like a soft spot for me. So if you have a kick-ass lady, I'm there.
Yeah, I like their use of Evangeline Lilly in this one more than the last one for sure. Very well done.
Yeah, the moves and everything were actually really, really nicely timed. The choreography for the fighting.
Yeah, good cinematography too. Mm-hmm.
That too. Yeah, I could see it all.
It was nice. All right, Gio, what about you? General thoughts and feelings?
I really like the movie. I would say that it's probably up there with some of my favorite Marvel films that have come out recently.
Wow, high praise.
Yeah, I really did like it. I really enjoyed it. It was I came off the first one not really liking it.
I know.
But I think I might have a biased opinion because of Edgar Wright's Lee. But I actually really enjoyed this one. The pacing was really nice. Yeah, I have a lot to say, but I'll just stick with that until we go further into it.
Yes. Jeff, what's your general thoughts and feelings on Ant-Man and the Wasp?
I enjoyed it a lot as well, more so than the first one. I felt this one had a better blend of the comedy along with the action and everything else than it did the first one.
Nice, very nice, excellent.
I enjoyed Hannah. What's her name? Hannah Kamen as Ghost.
Yeah, good villain, right?
I really enjoyed her.
Well, not really a villain, technically, I guess. I don't know.
I don't know. See, that's why I kind of like her. She wasn't exactly a villain. She did have her reasons for it, and she really didn't, I guess, kill anyone in the end, or she kind of did. But
yeah.
But her intentions were, in a way, good.
Right.
Which I thought was really cool. Like, it was a good twist on a villain.
Yeah, I thought it's solid. You know, they're getting better at doing their villains right now. Yeah, it's not just the villain of the week with no motivation and silly plot device. Yeah, I liked it a lot. Yeah, I mean, I'm with you guys as far as. Oh, by the way, Connor and Dan have not seen it, so I'm not gonna go to them for this segment. They're just gonna kind of chime in if they want to say something. I think, right, guys?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
cool.
I mean, from all your mini reviews, it just sounds like a great movie.
Yeah. So just chime in as we get into spoilers here. My overall thoughts and review and feelings on the movie. I saw it twice. Actually, the first time I saw it, it was with Michelle. It was pretty fun. Laughed, got some good laughs out of it. You know, had a good feeling about everything. You know, some of the jokes didn't fall for me, but that's fine. That's just any comedy. I think comedy's kind of that way. But I think as a whole, it was just kind of a fun little reprieve from the Infinity War of it all. You know what I mean? It was kind of like that nice little Marvel movie to get us back into kind of happy Marvel time. Until the end of the film, which I guess we'll talk about spoilers, and then you just kind of get that bomb dropped on you again.
Yeah, that after credit. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But as
I'm still I don't get how people were still shocked about it in the end.
I
was shocked. Obvious what was going to happen.
Yeah, I wasn't shocked at all. I was actually expecting it. I was like, well, they're going to show somebody going away. Yeah.
Yeah, but not as many as there were.
Yeah, there were 3. I know all 3. I actually thought they were going to go more personal and go like his daughter. Like he was holding his daughter, they were playing or something, and they didn't go that way.
I think that would have been too dark.
Yeah, there's just nothing.
I think that would have been too dark for Marvel.
You know, what I was expecting, though, I thought her mother would be probably the only one left, just because of all the energy she had soaked up while she was in the quantum realm. I thought that would come into play.
Nope, she jumped out of the quantum realm just to become powder.
For now. I mean, come on.
welcome to your new life.
For now. Yeah, and
now Ant-Man is like quote unquote
he's stuck there. Yeah,
but
he's
watch
getting
out for that time.
We can talk about that. Yeah, that was like, all right,
don't go in there.
Looks directly at camera. Watch out for those time channels. Like, all right,
like okay, point
wink,
zero.
Wink. I was like, all right, guys, I got it. You're giving away stuff for Avengers 4, but that's cool. At least we have a little bit of insight now into maybe how they're going to go about that movie. All right, but getting back in...
Now what we need a Hawkeye movie to explain where he's been.
No,
and then
no, we don't.
Yeah, yes.
Now we need a Hawkeye movie too.
No, we don't.
I want a Hawkeye movie.
Hashtag
Did it really explain, though, where Ant-Man was during Infinity War?
Yes,
though?
he's on house arrest.
I mean...
No. It did.
He was doing that. He was doing exactly that.
No.
Not really. I mean,
time jumps.
The events
between
like before Infinity War really happens, and then the after credits is Infinity War.
I think the after credits is that's right. Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. So it doesn't really like explain what he was doing. It's just, he just got lost.
He was just
like, why wasn't he fighting? What was he doing more importantly?
No one.
They didn't call him. Nobody gave him a call.
No, like it really didn't explain it.
All right. Well, I'm sorry you didn't get your explanation.
I mean, I don't care. I really enjoyed it, but it doesn't explain where he was at.
I like to think he was hanging out with Luis, making their new ex-con, company, getting things rolling, And they're probably seeing stuff,
saving the universe.
Yeah, just seeing stuff on the news, and and Hank Pym's probably like, "Nah, you're not taking my suit again to help those Avengers." And he's like, "Okay," that's probably how it went down.
And then he just steals it again to go back. I don't see that problem.
Yeah, well, now that everybody's been snapshored, it's like, well, there's nobody to tell me not to go help them, so I'm going to go help them.
Did you just coin that?
Snapshored? No, that's been going around.
I've never heard that before.
It's a pretty good one though. I've been using it a lot. No, I don't remember where I heard it. Probably on some YouTube video, but yeah, snapshare. It's nice, right?
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, let's talk about the villanesque. I don't know, they're not really villainy, but kind of, I don't know. Ghost, and then Walter Goggins, who was my least favorite part about the movie, which is sad because he's a great actor and he's just there and just the mustache twirling. Mwah, give me the thing so I can make the monies. It's like, there's just no stakes to it. We did get the nice little Luis scene out of it though, where he does the over-explaining, which I guess you could have done anyway, but that's what led to it. Anybody else you guys have some feelings about? Go ahead, talk amongst yourselves.
Cricket.
Yeah, I know, right?
Not everybody. Just calm down now.
Well, it was that's it to the villain. That's all there was. There was the mustache twirling money hoarder, and then there was the cancer kid.
The cancer kid?
The cancer kid.
You saw a completely different movie than I saw.
So the villain had cancer?
Well, her make-a-wish was to kill everyone.
Ant-Man and the Wasp, make-a-wish.
So this
she
villain
was about to straight up slay a child.
That's true. At one point, she was saying that she was going
to slay that little girl.
Yeah.
She wasn't going to kill the little girl. She was just going to use her to get them to give her back the lab.
But if they didn't, she would have killed them. I don't know. That never came up. But
thank God for Lawrence Fishburne that he stopped that from happening.
Oh, I love Lawrence Fishburne. I can't wait to see how he plays out in this movie.
Yeah, no, he was a fun character with a kind of a twist, I guess. But yeah, not really.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm still excited to see it.
He plays a part.
Yeah, he's there. He gets freaked out by some ants later in the movie, and then he kind of goes away. Yeah, so.
Walter Goggins did feel a little underused.
Yeah.
Because he is a great actor, but he always seems to play a lot of the same roles.
Yeah, he's been getting typecast lately. Did you guys see Tomb Raider? The latest one? The new Tomb Raider? No.
Yeah, that was garbage.
Yeah, he was kind of that kind of guy again.
See it.
Yeah, and he was in that.
So he's still the same character as he was in Hateful Eight.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's kind of had the same character since he did Justified. Can't really kind of escape from Boyd Crowder.
Yeah, it's a bummer. I hope in the future for Mr. Goggins he gets more meatier work. Let's just say.
Yeah.
What else can we talk about? The Quantum Realm. What do you guys think? Did you catch any of the Easter eggs hidden down there, or is it just going by too fast?
It was too fast for me. I tried looking back at some other video, but there was just no video out there.
Yeah, it's going to have to be one of those Blu-ray kind of things, where you got to wait to pause.
Yeah.
At one point, some YouTuber had said you can see like the silhouette of Thanos and his eyes looking at Ant-Man as he goes into the quantum realm.
No fucking way. No way.
That's bullshit.
That's a lie.
I don't know. We'll have to find out.
That's a fucking lie.
Do you think that they saw Thanos, or do you think they saw Dormammu?
That could be
Dormammu.
too. Yeah. Another dimension, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just because, like, when I saw Doctor Strange and I saw Dormammu, I just thought, like, oh, it's Thanos, but it's Dormammu.
Yeah, they have a very similar face.
Yeah.
Wrinkle face. Yeah. I don't know. All the quantum realm stuff was pretty cool visually. It kind of again reminded me of the Doctor Strange stuff in the when he's first getting his enlightenment in the Doctor Strange movie. Just kind of all that, glowy, fluorescent kind of weird stuff happening, and I don't know. Visually, it was pretty fantastic. I was like, man,
that's true.
This could make a cool background.
I'd like to see that. I'd like to see Dormammu versus. I think that'd be a good fight.
Dormammu versus who?
Versus Thanos.
Yeah, versus Thanos.
For control of the both realms.
Just cause.
Just cause. What'd you guys think of Paul Rudd in this movie? Think he was used as well as he could be, or?
I mean, he's Paul Rudd.
Yeah.
He's just kind of, he does the same thing all the time. He's just kind of a fun, lovable guy.
Yeah, I liked all the stuff with his daughter, their interactions. But as far as like his comedy beats in this one, I think they didn't give him enough to do, or they didn't give him the right things to do, because all of his, like, most of the stuff I was laughing at weren't his lines. They were like lines from some of the other characters. So I don't know.
You didn't laugh at where he was acting out.
That's that was the only one. That was the one where that was the only one. Yeah. No, where Michelle Pfeiffer was speaking through Paul Rudd. Spoilers. That was pretty good. That was pretty fantastic.
No, dude, he was great. I think his comedy was on point. There was a lot of moments where I think he was hilarious and really made the scene. Where he's like scooting with the giant car, it was great. Where he's like giant and he's just falling asleep while he's trying to like fight.
Yeah, but see, some of that stuff, like, okay, so the truck thing kind of got ruined. But I know, Gio, you're not a proponent of watching trailers, but the truck thing kind of got ruined by a trailer beat because they did the same thing. And then
here's another one. Hold on. Good one.
I know, but hold on. The falling asleep thing we kind of already saw in Civil War. So it's kind of like, all right, because he was getting tired, and then orange slices. It's like, all right. It's so, but okay, go ahead. One other one, Gio.
Okay, the school scene.
Oh, the school scene?
Come on.
Oh, where he was the baby.
mini Ant-Man, mini Paul Rudd. Yeah, that was cool.
Mini Man.
Yeah, that
was hilarious.
Kicking the legs up. All right, so the physical comedy. Okay, I see where you're going. So the physical comedy was good. All right.
Yeah, they probably didn't let him do a lot of improv.
Randall Park was one of my favorite characters in the whole movie. I told this to Michelle when we walked out. That guy was hilarious in all of the things he was doing. Just like the aloof FBI director, like, it was fantastic. That was a great character addition. I enjoyed that a lot. All right, I think we've spoken a lot about Ant-Man. Anything else anybody wants to add or subtract or give a little accoutrement to? No? All good. Wrap up Ant-Man, put it away. We'll come back to it when. Yeah, go watch it. That's definitely a recommend, I think. Go read the review up on the site right now. Kind of a little breakdown of it. And if you want to buy a ticket, you know where you should buy tickets to. I'll tell you about that right now in the upcoming ad. Today's iGeek Show is brought to you by Atom Tickets. Atom is the only mobile movie ticketing app that lets you buy movie tickets, make movie plans with friends, and get a VIP experience at the movie theater so you never wait in line. Find all the latest news and upcoming movies, watch movie trailers, read reviews, and browse movie showtimes directly from the app. Download Atom Tickets, now available on iPhone and Android. All right, everybody, let's get into the trending topics of the week. We got a couple things to talk about. Two movies that, one was officially greenlit, and one found a director and a script. So,
here's what's making news.
Let's go and start with the DCEU, or just DC Universe, I guess. It's not Extended Universe anymore, since this movie is officially breaking the timeline, I think. I don't know. It's weird. So, Warner Brothers is giving the go-ahead on Todd Phillips's Joker origin film with Joaquin Phoenix. Variety first reported that Phoenix was in talks to play the Clown Prince of Crime. As soon as this deal was finalized, the studio gave the green light to a September start date with a budget in the moderate $55 million range. What do you guys think? Not a big budget movie. It's Todd Phillips from the Hangover movies, directing and writing. And Joaquin Phoenix is our new origin 80s era, maybe, Joker? I don't know. Strange. Thoughts?
I don't find that...
Oh, hold on. Oop. I know, we are in a virtual room here. I can't see your hands raised, so... who talked first?
Gio can go.
Go ahead, Gio.
That wasn't me.
Who was it?
Daniel?
It was Dan.
Just go, Jeff.
Yeah. I'm going to edit all that out. Go, Jeff.
I don't know. I mean, my thing is, like, I don't see a point to it. Like, what's the premise going to be? Like, I mean, can we have Joker without Batman?
I don't know. It just says origin movie.
I imagine it's probably going to be something similar to the animated series story.
It says, sources say that the story will take place in the 80s and have more of the look of a gritty crime drama than a comic book movie.
So maybe kind of going back to Chris Nolan roots, maybe?
So, like, Gotham?
Maybe. Or they're just going to do the Killing Joke, but in, like, live action?
Well, I mean, if they do essentially the Killing Joke, I'm assuming that they're going with origin. They'll just focus on the origin and not just, stabbing Batgirl and the baby.
Right. Maybe they just do an extended version of the One Bad Night,
Well, they could probably change it because, that's nothing ever sticks to comics, so they'll probably have their own way that they want it. I'm just curious if they're going to use that backstory as his actual backstory in the current DCEU.
Well,
that's where
I
it
think
gets muddy,
Jared
right?
Leto's still doing.
Yeah.
Isn't Jared Leto still doing the Joker as well?
2. He signed on for Suicide Squad 2 and a standalone Joker DCEU movie. It's very strange.
It's weird that I was expecting Jared Leto to be the Joker. So, and if it's an origin, shouldn't he be younger than Jared Leto?
Yeah, I don't
and
think,
not 10 years older.
I don't think this is a DCEU movie. That's my point. I think this is one of the it's just going to be an offshoot, weird. Just here's an origin.
Kind of like Venom.
Yeah, well, maybe, but they're saying Venom's going to now maybe cross over. I don't know. Venom's a whole
Venom's
different thing. Yeah, Venom
will cross over.
I don't know. Venom's strange.
It's going to be a terrible movie.
Yeah.
Which one?
It looks like.
It's looking.
I hate all y'all negativity.
Are we talking about Venom or the Joker? Which one are we on?
Both are going to be amazing.
Oh.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that one. That's what I heard.
Okay. I mean, I'm interested in Joaquin Phoenix playing a Joker, but yeah, I don't know. I guess we're gonna have to see where this is. And Todd Phillips is a strange choice to do a gritty '80s crime drama.
Yeah, he's definitely broadening his horizons, I suppose.
We'll see.
I wonder if it's gonna be that weird, off balance, supposed to be gritty, but then they do a joke that just doesn't hit.
Ooh.
Or maybe it's that really dark comedy, Very Bad Things, just brutal and just kind of off the wall.
Yeah, maybe it'll be so horrific it's funny.
Jeez.
Maybe.
It goes all the way back around.
I mean, that kind of describes Very Bad Things. It's just, I don't know if you've ever seen that movie, but it's a pretty dark and gritty movie, but it's just the things that happen are so just unbelievable that you kind of can't help but laugh.
That's the one in they bury the hooker in Vegas, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I saw that. Yeah, that was a very dark movie.
Yeah.
I went into that thinking it was going to be a completely something else.
Yeah.
That was a weird movie. All right. So yeah, we got a new DC weird offshoot movie happening. Back on the Marvel side, we're going to switch over. It's been a long rumor now for at least I'd say maybe 6, 7, 8 years or something that they wanted to make a Black Widow movie, and lo and behold, it finally got greenlit, and they just got a director and a plot. Yeah, have you guys read up on this? It sounds very familiar if you've seen some recent movies that have come out. Specifically,
I just feel
Red Sparrow.
It's going to be very similar to Atomic Blonde or the Red Sparrow, or it's just what are they going to do differently in this Black Widow movie that we haven't already seen in a movie that came out recently?
So, this is the synopsis according to the Hollywood Reporter. Johansson's Black Widow is reportedly set before the events of the first Avengers. Okay, which is strange because she's well, when did they film that? 2011? So 7 years older? Well, we'll see. All right, so it's set before the events of the first Avengers movie and sees the actress reprise the role of the Russian spy turned superheroine. So, yeah, so it's just going to be her origin story, basically. She's going to come out of the the spy school, I guess, right? Isn't that what we saw in Age of Ultron? Like she was in some all girls like assassin school or something.
Mm-hmm.
Well, so then if this is indeed her origin story before the events of Avengers, do you think we would see not only a Hawkeye co-star, but also the Bucharest that they were talking about in Avengers 1?
Oh God, I hope it doesn't go to this. Like, I hope we're not like turning this into a Star Wars thing. Like, remember that one line they said in that one movie? We're gonna make a movie about it.
Well, no, and I'm not saying they would focus on like the Bucharest scene, but if they were to end with, because we know what happens, but if they were to end the Black Widow movie with Hawkeye walking into the room or like into a bar, and that's how the movie ends, we know how the rest of the movie goes.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Or maybe they just make this a backdoor Hawkeye movie, like, oh, well, he's also in it for like half the movie, so.
I still don't think we need a Hawkeye movie, but it's fine.
No, we don't.
Well, from the article here, it doesn't sound like it's going to be an origin movie. It just says that it's set before the first Avengers movie. And the thing that they're talking about, that they're saying it's the plotline sounds similar to Red Sparrow, but it's just pretty much just her background. It's not. I don't think it's going to be an origin story.
Right.
Yeah, it could easily be about her with her time during S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah, we are getting another S.H.I.E.L.D. origin movie again in Captain Marvel. We're going to see de-aged Sam Jackson. So, I mean, they could definitely do that. They with the technology they have now. I guess we didn't talk about that. I kind of wanted to hit on that going back to the Ant-Man thing, but really quickly, what do you guys think about the de-aging of everybody in that movie? It seemed pretty flawless to me.
It looked really good.
Yeah,
It was like seeing Michael Douglas super young and Michelle Pfeiffer.
Yeah, and Lawrence Fishburne. It was
really good. Yeah, and Lawrence Fishburne.
I was just like, what? It was nuts. And I'm thinking about it going forward. I'm like, man, they don't even need to hire anybody new. They could just de-age everybody now for like ever. And apparently they're in the Captain Marvel movie, like the whole movie's like they're going to have Sam Jackson like de-aged. Like they're putting a lot of CPU processing power behind his performance. So it'll be interesting to see.
That's a lot of technical jargon for deleting some of his wrinkles, buddy. Like,
de-aging.
Him younger.
No, but come on, you got to appreciate some of the other times they did. Like even when Robert Downey Jr. did it for Civil War, that still kind of looked like, Uncanny Valley almost. And this one is just.
At the time, that was pretty good.
Even at that time, it was good.
We've gone a long way since Terminator Salvation.
Oh my God, yeah. Yeah.
I was going to go back further and say even Tron.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God.
Glad Hamilton's back for that.
Oh, that was so Uncanny Valley, and his lips were not moving right with his jaw, and it was very strange. Yes, I remember that. Clue?
Oh, yeah, Tron, the first one to do it.
Oof. But yeah, now it's like, man, you just... Cool. Just keep these guys around until they're like 90. They only just have to do motion capture. But
great.
Wrapping up.
I'm pretty sure they don't want to be doing that.
True.
But going back
to
the
means that like future Stan. Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay. You continue, and then we'll go back to over there.
I was just gonna say that just means like future Stan Lee cameos. They'll just take his face and put it elsewhere if they wanted to.
After he's passed away.
Yeah, like it's gonna we know it's gonna happen in the next couple of years, but like if they wanted to, they could. I'm not saying they should. Though.
They could. They did it with Leia.
Yeah.
And we'll continue it with Leia because
we'll see.
It's gonna be.
We'll see on that one.
Pretty sure they greenlit it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Sorry, Gio, I cut you off.
No, you're good. I was just gonna bring the conversation back to Black Widow and saying, do we really need a Black Widow movie? I mean, or are they just doing it to bring another female character?
We needed.
Why can't?
Go ahead.
I think we needed that movie like 7-8 years ago.
That's what I was gonna say.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Why can't we have another if they really want to make like a female-centric, movie? Why can't we have a different Marvel?
Well, because Scarlett Johansson's getting booted off all of her bad other choices that she's trying to do, so she needs this.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys saw all that news, but
we did not.
I saw
what
some headline. Yeah.
Yeah, she was gonna do a transgender movie playing like a trans person, and then the trans community destroyed her, so she quit the film.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Because she wasn't actually trans?
Correct.
Is that why?
Yeah. And, just going back to her last one, Ghost in a Shell, there was another controversial choice. So she's just not doing she's just not picking good movies. She needs a new agent. But anyway, wrapping up this story, Kate Shortland, who was the director behind the Berlin Syndrome, is doing this. Has anybody seen that movie?
No.
This article quotes it as being the brilliant and underseen Berlin Syndrome. So I don't know. It seems like whoever wrote this article really liked that movie. So I don't know. Maybe one to check out if you want to see kind of the tone that they're going to be going with, or her directing style. All right, let's move on. Comic-Con's coming up this week, guys. The week of what is tomorrow? The 17th, the 16th, right?
16th.
Yeah, week of the 16th. Comic-Con week, biggest week in all of our geek lives every year. So every year at Comic-Con, there's always some big panels that happen. Maybe even some liminal panels that happen where news comes out of. Either way, always newsworthy. Let's go around the room. What are you guys most excited for Comic-Con? Even if you're not attending, maybe just to read the news of the stuff that's going to be coming out.
Can I go?
Yeah.
Can I go?
Yeah. Go for it.
Okay. I'm so stoked. Because they made an announcement, I think it was a week or two ago, for the Dragon Ball Super movie, and apparently that's going to be at Comic-Con.
That's what I heard too.
Yeah, so I'm hoping that we're going to get a trailer for it.
The Dragon Ball Z tour.
Yes. I'm losing my mind over it.
Oh, I got an email about
all
that.
over Anime Expo. I was like, what? Where can I see this? And I was like, oh my god, I might actually be there. But it's on Saturday. I'm like, what?
I'm sorry, Katie.
So, I don't know if it's going to be outside or inside,
It's usually inside. Yeah, it's usually inside.
Don't you burst my shit.
I'm sorry.
To put it into perspective, the big thing about this movie is that there's a character that they've reused 3 or 4 times in other movies that was never canon, and they finally announced that he is going to be canon, but in a totally different way. So everyone's really stoked about it. It's a major character that everyone loves and has been wanting to be an actual part of the universe.
You can say his name.
Oh, Broly. I didn't know. You guys know.
Yeah, of course. Broly.
Oh, were we not saying his name on purpose? I didn't know what was happening there.
No, I just I wasn't saying it because I didn't think if anyone else really knew it besides maybe Katie.
Oh, okay.
No, Broly is a huge character in the Dragon Ball universe. I mean, he's a huge macho man looking dude that just compared to Goku, he's ridiculous.
Nice.
Yeah. So that's my major excitement that I heard.
All right, so you're going to be keeping your ears open for that one.
I'm going to break in.
Just drive down there, steal somebody's badge. Gio, you are attending, my friend. What are you looking forward to? What will you try to go to?
I kind of want to see a Universal panel because of Glass.
So you're going to actually... Oh, there's an airplane outside.
Oh my god.
It's in Jeff's area.
It's hot. He has to keep the window open, man.
It's okay.
Yeah, Glass.
No, but Gio, is that on Saturday?
That is on... I think it's on Friday, actually.
Okay, cool. So are you going to avoid Saturday Hall H this year?
Yeah, for sure.
I like that.
Yeah.
Good call,
It might
Gio.
even be Thursday. I don't know. It's either Thursday or Friday. But no, Glass, I mean, come on. We get to see the return of M. Night and, and Split. And
Did you see the poster for it?
Unbreakable. Huh?
Did
Yeah,
you
I did see the poster. It looks ridiculous. And all the still images, too. Very purple.
It is on Friday at 3:45, Hall H.
Yeah. So I'm excited for that. We'll probably likely see a trailer that'll get released online.
That'll be
so
dope.
everyone will get to see it. And then also, I don't know, I've got good hopes for that movie. And I'm hoping that M. Night somehow at the very end just, ties all his movies together.
Oh my god, if it was just an M. Night-averse. All his movies are in the same universe.
Yeah, what's his name? The kid from The Sixth Sense, just comes over and tells everybody that they've all been dead the whole time.
And Bruce Willis is there and he's like, I've seen you dead already or something.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. It just ties it all together.
The people from the village come out and they're like, oh, what is this new city? New civilization. Yeah. Lady in the water. Oh man, and then the wind kills everybody from The Happening.
For sure.
Everyone's allergic to water.
Yeah. Oh man, what a movie. All right.
Somebody's head.
Hey, and then you can, as I'm looking at the panel here, you can stay for Bumblebee. It's right after. How about that?
Yeah.
I'm actually, you know what? I'm kind of excited about Bumblebee. It looks like a return to the old Transformer style. I don't know. We'll see. It's a new director, so that's always a good thing. All right. Who else has got something? Matt, you looked over the list. Are you excited for anything coming out?
I mean, the only thing that's kind of really catching my attention is Jack Ryan series on Amazon. But
which one?
I'm not really excited about anything that I can see.
Okay.
Jack Ryan series.
Oh, the Jack Ryan, the Amazon one. Yeah. Okay. That's with Krasinski, right?
But really? You see him as
a
Jack Ryan character?
I don't, actually. I really don't. But then again, I never saw 13 Hours, so I mean, I don't really kind of know how he holds up in any kind of an action role.
No one saw 13 Hours. It was Michael Bay.
I know.
Some people saw Geo. God, it made money. What about you, Kate? Did you see anything on the list?
Heck yeah, I did. On Thursday, Doctor Who panel. Oh my gosh.
Oh, so and you actually have a Thursday ticket, so I guess you're going.
That because I have no idea where anything is or what I'm doing.
Oh my god, we gotta give you a prep. It's in Hall H. You're gonna have to show up.
11:45. I am not in that Doctor Who panel. I am gonna cry. I'm probably crying.
Wednesday.
Gio, how early you think for a Thursday one she'd have to show up?
I want to say at least like 3 or 4 a.m.
Yep.
You'll have to be there the night before.
And
welcome to Comic-Con, Katie.
But there are other things in Hall H I don't understand.
It's one line.
People wait. It's all one line. People wait hours and sit through 5 or 6 different panels just to see the Doctor Who.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they don't clear up.
So 4 a.m.
I mean, if you want to try.
It's tough. I don't know. It really, my biggest advice to anyone actually attending Comic-Con this year is keep an eye on the social media feeds, specifically Twitter. Twitter is a good.
There's actually a Hall H Twitter account, if I remember right. Yeah.
Exactly. And like in the previous years, they give out wristbands the night before. So if you want a guaranteed seat, you would go in line, get yourself a wristband, and then after you get a wristband, you can go ahead
sleep.
And leave. Yeah, go to sleep.
So on Wednesday, then?
Yeah, it guarantees you a seat.
Like
basically,
maybe
they start giving out.
Like 1 a.m.
So you just stand outside of Hall H on Wednesday, and then they'll hand out wristbands?
Yeah, it's not even outside of Hall H. It's like there's a line that wraps around the bay.
There's a, what is that, Joe's Crab Shack or something down there?
Yeah, it's usually back there and by the basketball courts. It's huge. We should have done a podcast with just Comic-Con 411.
Oh, I know. Comic-Con prep.
Someone
we can do a bonus feature
so I can read it.
Yeah.
So it really, what it comes down to, I'll do a quick breakdown. So when it comes to Hall H, if you want to attend Hall H, usually the line.
First of all, don't. But no, go ahead. Go ahead.
And it basically starts off. They don't start off in the chutes normally because that's where they condense it in the morning. Sometimes, if you're lucky, you'll be in there, but it's tough. And it usually stands off in the back, over by the. Is it the Hilton? Eric? Is that the one that's right there?
The
Bayfront?
Bayfront, yes. Thank you.
Yeah, the Hilton Bayfront. There's a small area usually next to the Adult Swim and FX booths that are usually posted there.
Yep.
That where the line starts to cross the street, and then that's where the line will start, and it'll start wrapping around the entire bay, making its way down towards what's called Tent City, and then it starts wrapping inside a little parking lot that's there. That's what's known as Tent City. And then after it's done there, it continues around the bay into the Joe's Crab Shack and out and around. This usually gets really.
There's actually there's a nice map on comiccon.org. So the Hall H next day line starts at, it looks like, right before the ferry landing. There's a little flag that they planted there on their little map.
Yeah, so just to kind of go backtrack a little bit, they give out wristbands around 9 or 10 p.m. As long as you're in line, they'll start off with A, B, and C, and D wristbands.
Right.
So as long as you get a wristband, you're in line, you'll guaranteed a seat inside of Hall H. If you don't, then you're likely going to have to spend the night to see where you end up at. and that's spending the night outside in the cold. So pack as if you are going camping if you do plan on spending the night. There are tons of people there, so you won't be alone. A lot of people do it. Just make sure to stay hydrated, keep cool, and yeah, that's my advice.
It's a bear.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. All for Doctor Who.
Yeah,
it's not just Doctor Who. It's everybody.
Gio, they usually do that.
Yeah.
They usually do that panel on Sundays, don't they?
Yeah, they moved it to Friday because
Thursday.
Thursday.
Yeah, Thursday. Yeah, because it's just there's not a lot of they definitely had to stretch their things apart.
Yeah. Okay. Well, and if you go, Katie, you'll get to sit through the Predator panel.
It looks like the one before it is the Predator panel.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I'm I love the Predator. That's awesome.
We'll see. All right, that first trailer had me going,
I'll probably be asleep though, on account of I'll be staying up for 48 hours straight.
Oh man. Hats off to you if you could do it, Katie. It's
because anxiety.
Advice to you is check Wednesday to see how people like Wednesday afternoon and see if people are starting to line up and where it's at. Yeah, that would be my advice, is start checking the day before to see if people are lining up and how many people are in line. I don't remember exactly how many Hall H attendees Hall H holds, but I know it holds a good amount, like a large amount. And then even if you don't get the very front, they have plenty of giant TV screens that you can pretty much watch.
Yeah, they have screening rooms in one of the hotels, if I remember right.
Yeah, but that won't show. Yeah, but that doesn't show any of the footage that they show. All the footage is exclusive.
Hall H holds 6,500 people.
Now that I'm looking down the list, there's a Dragon Ball Super panel in Hall H too. So I will be there all day if I make it.
Yeah,
there you go.
So hopefully I catch one of them. Hopefully, if I'm not there for 11:45, hopefully I'm in there by 2:15. Cross my fingers.
There you go.
When it came to like the Marvel panels, most people stayed the entire day. They sat through every single panel just to get to the Marvel. And then once
that
everyone
makes sense.
ended,
but there's no Marvel. There's no Marvel anything.
No, they're not there
for Thursday.
Not this year.
Nothing
that's
for
just
Thursday.
Usually the way it goes. People just sit through all these panels just to see the last panel.
And take naps. At one point, I felt like that one year I wanted to just like take a nap halfway through the day. I'm like, I don't want to be here right now. I was so tired. So there you go. There's a little Hall H prepper for anybody going. First timers.
Is Hall H the only one like that though?
No, Ballroom 20 is a little bit like that too, which is what me and Michelle are planning on doing for this year for Saturday because we want to see all of the CW shows. So all the CW.
Ballroom's maybe.
What's that, Gio?
Indigo Ballroom. Do you think that one's like that too?
Indigo, not so much, but I don't know, maybe because last year, if I remember right, or not yet last year, but the year before when the Rick and Morty panel was there, weren't people like out the door?
Yeah. Yes.
But they're not there this year, so.
No. Yeah, they wouldn't have anything to show.
No, they just started writing again right now. Yeah, I don't know. So Ballroom 20, I don't know how early we have to show up for that. I've never actually done an early Ballroom 20. We usually just like sneak in through the day. Well, not sneak in, but like halfway through the day it kind of clears out. So we usually get in that way. But I don't know. I'll have to do some research on that one.
Well, it'll be interesting to see how Comic-Con plays out this year because of the no Marvel, no HBO.
Yeah, you think people are going to start going to the other ones? Maybe?
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah, I would say that them. Maybe this year Hall H might even be a walk-in,
Wow. Well, there are the diehard DC fans, though.
Yeah, for a 11 a.m. panel.
Right.
Or 10:30 panel, and then that's it.
Right. Yeah, see, Ballroom 20 is smart on Saturday. They're spacing all the CW shows throughout the day, and, like, the last one is The Flash, which is the one everybody's going to be waiting for.
Of course.
Oh, special video presentation. So maybe they'll show something. I don't know. That's going to be dope. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to the CW stuff. I've never gotten to see it, like, because they're always, we never go on Saturday. We're always in Hall H. So I'm kind of looking forward to it this year to go seeing some of that stuff. Should be fun. Anybody else on stuff that's coming out? Connor, Dan, you already said, but Connor or anything?
I will say I am really, really excited about the Young Justice panel.
Oh, okay.
The Young Justice panel, I think it's happening on Friday. And then looking at the list, I'm also really excited to hear or just see things about the Avatar: The Last Airbender Legend and Legacy panel on Saturday.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Just in general, that's one of my favorite shows, and I look forward to it. If I was going, that's probably one of my top ones to go to. Just one of them.
Very nice. Hey, Gio, do you think they're going to kind of do a backdoor Marvel thing with the Sony panel? Since they have Spider-Man, they're going to maybe show something, and then Venom? Or no?
No, they won't. They won't do. They're doing Spider-Man into the
Spider-Verse.
Into the Spider-Verse and Venom. That's it.
You don't think they'll have anything from Far From Home? No.
From Far From Home, no, because they'd have to. What would they be able to show or talk? Maybe they'll reveal.
I mean, they could bring the cast out. Yeah, I mean, Tom Holland. He's been speaking at the Ace Comic-Con is where he unveiled the logo. So. Yeah,
but that's it. I mean, you can't really show anything from that movie without going into spoilers.
You could show some stills, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. I feel if anything, they could do cast reveals. Like, oh, we're going to have this person as this guy and yada, yada, yada. But from what I've learned in the past, honestly, 2 movies can take up a whole hour.
True. All right, so let's get to the big, the only big one there. Let's talk about that DC one. What do you think they're going to show besides Aquaman and Wonder Woman 84? Anything, or is that it?
Titans. Or at least I think people are hoping for Titans.
At the Hall H one?
Oh, no, probably not.
No, I think the Hall H one is just their... it's Warner Brothers. I don't think it's DC, right, Jay? It's just called Warner Brothers panel?
Yeah, it's just the Warner Brothers panels. Yeah,
it just says Warner Brothers Theatrical. So, I mean, I'm assuming... I'm not assuming. I think they officially announced that the trailer for Aquaman will be unveiled there.
Yeah, for sure.
So we'll have that, and then I'm sure they'll show something from Wonder Woman 84. Maybe they could hack something up. They've been shooting now for about a month, so
I think they could do it. They could probably sneak something in.
Yeah, and then is that it? I mean, anything else? What do you think?
No, they got Fantastic Beasts.
No, I know for Warner Brothers, but I'm saying DC. You think there's any other DC properties, or that's it, right? Just the 2?
Yeah, no, Shazam.
Oh, Shazam. Yeah. Okay, you think we get a trailer?
Yeah, I think you'll definitely see Aquaman. You'll definitely see Shazam, and maybe you'll get a hint of Wonder Woman. Just maybe.
It's so big.
That'll be the super.
It's so big. They would have to. Yeah, they would. That would be their closer.
Yeah. That's
been their biggest movie over the past 5 years. So
exactly. So for sure we'll see Shazam. For sure we'll see Aquaman, and maybe you'll get a teaser of Wonder Woman, because that's all they have on their plate. They don't really haven't really shot anything else.
They can bring out Joaquin Phoenix and be like, "Here's your new Joker," and then they can bring out Jared Leto, and he's gonna be like, "Hey, wait a minute." Then they could fight on stage. That's what I want to see. That's worth the price of admission.
You're crazy.
Speaking of Jared Leto, do you see he's playing Morbius from the Spider-Man universe? I'm just like, what's going on? They're doing a Morbius movie, man. Fucking Sony doesn't know what they're doing over there. It's so weird. All right. That's all the Comic-Con stuff. If you're going, please be safe. Be respectful to your fellow attendees. Be respectful of the cosplayers. All that good stuff. Please hydrate and wear deodorant, for God's sakes. Please wear deodorant.
Yes.
You don't know how many times I've been to a con. I'm just like, I'm going to pass out from this.
Bring snacks and stuff, too.
Snacks is a good pro tip. Yes, just anything you can fit in your backpack.
And be kind to your neighbor and the people ahead of you. Like, seriously.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of. Be kind to your fellow attendees.
Yeah.
Don't run. Don't push and shove. Don't get in fights. It's just, remember, guys, this is all fandom. This is all fantasy things we're all excited about. We're just relax, have fun. Have a good time. Stay hydrated. What's the weather going to be like down there? Man,
I think it's sunny, man.
Sunny, but not too bad, right? It's San Diego. No, not San Diego. No, 80s maybe.
The weather we've been having.
Well, yeah, we're up here. That's why. Let's get a forecast. Oh yeah, 80 degrees all weekend, starting on Thursday.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, so not too humid. It looks like either, which is nice. Oh yeah, San Diego weather, beautiful. All right, so wear sunscreen, have a fun time. If you see us walking around down there, say hi to us, but don't hurt us, please.
Don't hurt us.
I think my shirt is coming in tomorrow with the new logo on it, so I'm gonna be wearing that shirt all weekend. So
what? You got a shirt? That's so cool.
Little cross promotion. Yeah, well, I ordered it from our new shipper or whatever, Printful. Just the kind of they give you a discounted one to see what the design looks like. So I'm gonna wear that around and just promote the website. All right, let's move on. Picks of the week, and then we'll get out of here and off to San Diego. Picks of the week. Let's go around the room. I hope everybody prepared. Did anybody not prepare that they want me to give them a little bit of time to prepare before we go?
Give me a minute.
All right, Katie, we'll go. Yeah, we'll go last for you. Gio, you probably got one, right?
Yeah, I got a few. I have like a movie and a TV show. What do you want?
Go for it. Give them both. Okay. Give them both a shout out.
Okay, so for movies, I recently saw a really amazing documentary called "Won't You Be My Neighbor."
Oh man, I want to see that so bad.
Yes, go watch it. It's one of those documentaries, just makes you really happy, very nostalgic, and it's just really good documentary about Mr. Rogers' neighborhood and who Mr. Rogers was and what it took him to get his show off the floor and everything what he wanted his show to be. And then, just be prepared to cry because that's
what I've heard.
Yeah. I was fine until the last 10 minutes of the movie, and I walked out of that theater with my eyes just bloodshot red.
Damn. Glowing endorsement.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It was beautiful. It's really good. As
Great.
far as TV shows goes, I am currently watching Sharp Objects on HBO.
Yeah, Michelle's watching that too. How is that?
It's really good. The performances on it are fantastic. It's got I can't remember her name, but it's the girl from It, and she plays a younger version of Amy Adams, which originally a lot of people wanted for It Chapter 2. So it works out great. But the TV show is fantastic. It's starting off really great. A lot of secrets that are hiding. A lot of people who say they're something when they're really not. Really fun. Definitely looking forward to more of that season.
Yeah, Michelle was saying that the first episode for her just kind of was slow. Is that true? And you got to just keep going, or what?
It is a little slow, but like most good shows, it starts off with not showing you much. I mean, take a look at Westworld. It started off, very confusing, very slow, but the payoff was just so good. So
nice.
We'll see where this TV show goes.
Who are the let's see here. Well, I was just saying I got you mentioned it, and I just remembered I got an email earlier this week if we wanted to interview, I think, the two little girls in the show, Violet and April Brinson. Oh, are they twins?
Yeah.
Oh, they play the same girl?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So, I mean, there's that if anybody wants it. just a little aside. It just sparked my memory of seeing an email earlier this week. So, anyway, that sounds like a great show. We'll have to check it out. Matt, you got anything?
Actually, I want to recommend Sicario 2. Just came out
I want to see that too. Damn.
2 weeks ago.
So it lives up to the
really
original?
Good.
Yeah?
It's not quite as good as the original, but it's still very good, and it's also something that manages to be different as well. And it's still kind of like
a little bit more action-packed, I heard, maybe?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot more action.
But not gratuitous.
It still has a lot of the bureaucratic. And,
okay.
Yeah, it's just there's always a bigger fish kind of thing that's kind of going through the whole film. So
cool.
Yeah, no, it's good. I definitely recommend it.
Awesome. Yeah, I was on the fence about it, but definitely I'll go try to see it. Yeah. Cool. That's a good one. Katie, do you got yours, or you want to come back?
Yeah, no, I got mine now.
Go for it.
Okay, so my pick of the week is the Marvel's Cloak and Dagger that have been on Hulu. Yeah, I watched it I watched the first episode, and I was like immediately like hooked in. I thought it was gonna be like so dumb, and I was like, I guess I'll see it because it has the word Marvel in it. So I clicked on it, and it actually ended up being a pretty good ride so far. I think there's only like 4 episodes or 5 episodes out, but so far it's really sucked me in, and I like it a lot actually. So that would be my pick.
Cool. Yeah, I was on the fence about that one too. I don't know. I was getting sick of the Marvel TV shows because they weren't living up to, what
exactly. But I don't know. The first 15 minutes, I was like, oh my god, how sad, and I was like, oh my gosh.
All right. Emotions all over the place. It's good.
Yeah, it was emotional, and then it got and then it went on from there.
It went into the actual plot of the show.
It went into the actual plot of the show, but it immediately sets up their character and exactly why they're doing what they're doing. Mm-hmm. And so far, in just the first few episodes, it's just kind of them kind of dealing with their own struggles so far. So I don't really know what the overarching thing is yet, but so far it's like, this guy did something to me, and now I want to get him.
Okay,
and it's been really
cool. Yeah, good recommendation. All right. Jeff, what do you got for us?
Actually, just a couple days ago, I saw a movie. It's called Mom and Dad by Brian Taylor. I don't know if you guys have heard of it.
No.
No.
Is that the Nicolas Cage?
Yeah, that's the one with Nicolas Cage, yeah.
And?
How is it?
I mean, I thoroughly enjoyed it. It's, I wouldn't say it's a very good film, but it's definitely entertaining. It's one of those movies that after you finish watching it, you're pretty much left dumbfounded, but in a good way.
Okay. Interesting. And it's in wide release, or is it just kind of one of those? It's out.
Well, I mean, I saw it online.
Okay.
Yeah, it was sort of like one of those movie festival kind of films.
Oh.
It was released. It was released worldwide back in January.
Okay.
So you can probably find it online, but it's very entertaining.
Okay.
It's by Brian Taylor. He's the one who made Jonah Hex, Ghost Rider, Gamer. If you ever saw that one.
Ugh. I'm sorry. Okay, so
Nicolas Cage and Samuel Blair.
This is the one where I pulled the clip from, if I remember right, where he was talking about Superman. So in the interview, I remember now. Yes, I remember him plugging this movie at one of the film festivals. Cool. All right. Well, somebody's seen it and you enjoyed it, so there it is. Go see it. Connor, you got anything?
Funny enough, I'm actually really excited to try and play through Fortnite Season 5.
Me too. Yes.
Funny enough, I badmouthed the game when it first came out for Battle Royale, and anytime I come home, my roommate is usually like, "So what are you doing? Nothing? Fortnite? Here we go. All right, great."
Fork knife. I like that.
You mean you haven't completed week 1 challenges yet?
Oh, wow. Sorry, Jeff. I didn't know I was meeting your standards. I would have prepared.
It took me 30 minutes.
I like that. Now, do you guys buy the Battle Pass, or do you buy the Battle Pass and all the tiers all together at the same time?
I buy the first ones, like that, what is it, like the 950 one, and then I'll just play through the rest of it to get...
You just buy the season pass?
Tiers.
Yeah, okay. Because there's some people that buy like the $30 pass, and I'm like, oof.
No, I'm not getting that one.
Yeah.
No, that's a little too much. I had some leftover V-Bucks from last season, so I used that to pay for the Battle Pass.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, the new skins look cool. I don't know. We'll see.
Are you liking the new updates on it? The map?
Yeah, I haven't played through the full map enough yet, but I mean, I've used not the shopping cart, but the little dune buggy.
The
go-kart. Yeah, it's fun. I like being able to drive stuff. It's nice. I think that was missing a missing element from the game that I missed. That was like in PUBG. That was a way to get around the map quickly. And I like the little teleportation stuff. It just drops you out of the map into other places. I like that. It's fun. So,
wait, what about the skins? Which ones do you guys prefer? Because I've been talking about this with other friends. Do you prefer the one at the end of the battle pass, or the very first one you get?
First one.
Exactly. Oh, that's what I'm saying. I do not like the last one, the North one.
Yeah,
okay,
the Nordic God.
So the last one, I don't like it in its base. If we're comparing their final stage, it's pretty even for me. I think I would probably choose the Norse one a little bit more in their final stage compared to the drifts on the final stage, because I don't like the coat.
Neither do I. Yeah. Drift had me until they got to the coat. When he has that jacket and the mask, I prefer that more than the finals.
This has been Overwatch talk.
This has been Fortnite talk. Get it right.
Oh, I'm sorry, not Overwatch. Yeah, I'm thinking of your couple episodes ago. I'm sorry. Jeez.
Although we will be covering.
Yeah,
Overwatch
I was just about to plug that. Actually, thank you. We'll get to that after we're done with the picks of the week. Yeah, we got multiplayer podcast. They talk all things gaming, and a couple weeks ago they did Overwatch. Last week they did. You guys did difficulty in games, right? That was a pretty good one. And then this upcoming episode, you're going to be doing Battle Royale games, right? Or
Yeah, it'll be like Battle Royale, PUBG, and Fortnite will be like the main two that get talked about.
Cool. I'm looking.
Can you talk about any of the lower ones?
We will. Oh, trust me. I have other lower ones that I love, so I will bring that shit up.
There you go. Hey, that's a good tease right there. Good tease for the next podcast or for multiplayer. All right, Dan. While we're on you, why don't you give a pick of the week there?
I don't know if I've ever given it as a pick of the week, and I don't know why, but it's a game that I've been playing like a lot heavily for the past 2 years, and it's Warframe.
I think you might have talked about it.
I think I might have brought it up before, but I never picked it.
Yeah.
I think one of the biggest things I feel about Warframe is that it gets snuffed quite a bit by other games just because it's a free game, so people like when it first came out, because it was so free, people were like, that's sketchy, and didn't give it a chance.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel when it comes to video games, it is the most evolved game there is. It has started so at one point, and now it's a completely different game. If you went and looked at what it looked like when it first was out on console and on PC, it is totally different. And the content that Digital Extremes keeps pushing out for it is just beautiful. The stories that they tell through their quests, the gameplay itself, the graphic updates that they'll constantly put it through to make it just the most beautiful, fun game that you can go into.
Yeah.
They do a wonderful job. And one of the things what makes me want to put it as my pick of the week is that finally on consoles they got an update called The Sacrifice. And so when you've played enough Warframe and you kind of understand the story, and then you play this new quest chain, this new cinematic quest, it's really dark, it's kind of scary, and it hurts your heart. And you don't really expect it to, unless you've been a fan for years. But I feel like Warframe is a very underrated game that I hope we'll start to see more light, because they just had their convention and everything. But I feel that's a game that I really recommend.
I've actually never even heard anything about it. I guess it's kept this off my radar, but I'm just now looking at their website and kind of looking at all the stuff. Oh, that's pretty cool. I didn't know it was this big, to be honest. It's pretty cool.
They constantly have major updates that just change the game, because it used to be like a go do this quest on this mission, and it's very tunnely. You do the quest and you kind of go back and whatever. Kind of think of almost like Final Fantasy 13, except you kind of get put around in different maps.
Right.
But now they have open world areas. They have a lot of different other mechanics when it comes to doing certain things for building. One of the things that they announced at their convention last week or 2 weeks ago was that they were working on a project that was super secret, and it should be coming out next year. And it's basically Sea of Thieves in space. And they had brought out, we know there's another game that's just like what we're doing, but trust us, we won't let it come out until it's 100% ready and has enough content.
Nice. Yeah, wow, I'm looking at the gameplay right now. I'm sold on this game. I didn't even...
It's free.
Thanks for bringing it out.
Free.
Yeah. And look at this. It says 100%. Coming soon to the Nintendo Switch. Oh, now you got me.
Yes.
Which is my console choice lately.
Support this. He showed me this game about a year ago, and we played a couple missions, and it's pretty bad. It's amazing. It's awesome.
Yeah, I'm sold. This will if it's free to play. So free to play, I'm assuming, but they have microtransactions, right?
Yeah. So there are they do have microtransactions, and they do have a major transaction, kind of like a battle pass thing.
Yeah.
But a lot more expensive than the battle pass. Yeah, but you don't have to get it. Everything in the game is cosmetic that you pay for.
Okay, it's kind of like Fortnite. Got it.
Yeah. So all the actual small cosmetic things are small microtransactions. They do have whenever they come out with new characters, I'm going to say it as a generalization, and new weapons, they have upgraded versions that will come out every so often, and instead of trying to farm for the materials and the patterns in game and spend several days building it,
yes.
You can just buy it all at once with all the upgrades, all the slots, everything you need for it, flat out. and you also might get some bonus stuff that no one else will get, but it's like small things.
Okay. All right. It's a lot of info. I liked it. I'm gonna put it into my rotation of games I play on a weekly basis. Cool. I'm gonna check it out. Good recommendation, Dan. Thanks. All right. So for mine, I'm gonna go with a service and not a thing, but it's near and dear to my heart now because I've been using it for a couple weeks. Gio, you're not gonna like me, but it replaced MoviePass for me, and it's called AMC's A-List.
The A-List?
Yes.
Yeah, you go and watch only AMC theaters.
It's fantastic.
Go limit yourself. Go limit yourself to AMC.
Oh, no, I got about 20 AMCs in my area, man. I'm good. I'm living the good life right now.
Well, you won't be able to watch Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. It's good.
Yeah, well, it's playing at the Fullerton Theater. How dare you? It's fine. I work up in La Habra. You can't deter me, sir. It's $20 a month, which is $10 more than MoviePass. But you get to see 3 movies a week in any format, which means IMAX, Dolby, Real D, AMC Prime.
Movie.
Huh?
I can see any format as well.
Yeah, and how much do you pay?
$3 I paid for an IMAX.
Yeah, every time you go see one,
IMAX.
right?
Yeah, how many times am I going to go see one? I don't need to see IMAX for every single movie.
True, but I mean, I like the Prime 3D. Huh?
But if you can see every single movie,
if you can, yeah.
They don't offer every movie in IMAX.
But the big ones they do, my friend. And it's summertime, and I'm ready for that Mission Impossible Fallout.
It's the end of the summer.
Anyways, I can see the same movie as much as I want. I can see 3 movies in one day if I want. All 3 movies for that week. It's fantastic. Yeah, I don't know. I love it. It's great. Now I can book my. Here's the game changer. I can book my my viewings in advance, even like up to a week. If I want to go see, like, say the new movie coming out on Friday, I can pick my seat that like on Monday, and then I'll be set for the week. I don't have to worry about going to the theater and being 100 yards away and showing up hours early so I make sure I get a seat. It's awesome.
Okay, that's a little better.
Exactly. Yes, it is. That's the game changer for me. I'm just like, I like being able to do that. I don't like having to walk up to the theater and and then take a picture of my stupid movie stub after the movie. Which, by the way, Michelle tried to do it last week because she's still on MoviePass, and it crashed on her and wouldn't let her take a picture, and so she just had to hit I can't take a picture, or I don't have my stub, and then it's like, oh, now you're on probation. So cool.
It works.
Yeah.
I think a couple of weeks ago they were having some technical issues, but no, it works, and you don't have to verify for e-tickets.
No, not for e-tickets, but we went and saw one. I don't remember where. I think it was the last time I used my MoviePass. I don't remember what was it? Buena Park, Krikorian. Yeah, and she tried to take a picture with her stub, and yeah, it just kept the app just literally kept crashing. She updated it and updated it. She just got so frustrated. She hit, don't use or don't take picture, and it said, oh, well, now you're in probation. So it's like, cool.
Yikes.
Yeah. So, anyways, whatever. MoviePass is going to be dead in a couple months. We don't have to talk about this anyway. But if you want a good alternative, go use the A-List. It's $20 if you see a lot of movies. If you don't see a lot of movies, then I guess it's not worth it. But I mean, the $19.99 price a month is like the price of one IMAX movie, which you can see 3 IMAX movies a week if you want. Just saying. Yes. So there's my recommendation. AMC A-List. You can sign up on their website. God, man, there's another one where I wish they can give us a promo code for. I just keep giving people free advertisements for things.
Oh.
Actually, you know what? Don't use A-List. Go use our sponsor for the day. Adam Tickets, because they're so much better. Oh, okay, we got to end this podcast before I put myself in the hole here.
You killed our sponsor, man.
I know.
Yeah, right. We just cut that whole
You know what?
thing
Actually,
out.
no. It's different because A-List and MoviePass are like, it's just a thing if you want to go see movies and you just want to pay a flat fee.
You can't backtrack now.
Oh, yes, you can. If you use Adam Tickets.
Oh, yes, you can.
And your friends don't have MoviePass, you go use Adam Tickets, and then you can split the movie between them in the app, so you don't have to pay for all of them at the same time. They can actually pay on their phones, and it's fantastic.
Cool.
Yeah. Well, if you go back and listen to my promo in the middle of the show, you'll find out all the details. All right, let's go around the room and sign off. If you want to promote anything or throw it out there, go ahead and do that now. If not, pass it on to the next. All right, Gio, can people find you?
At Estrada Devani. Dude, I don't even know my own Twitter handle. Yeah, it's at Giovanni Estrada at Twitter and Instagram.
Perfect.
And yeah.
Sweet. And Katie? Oh, Katie?
Sorry, lost you. You can find me. Oh gosh, I still do Twitter. Actually, Sisters Cosplay 1, so you can find me there on Twitter, retweeting random things.
Yes, and you can find her with her new article that's going up tomorrow. We're from the Anime Expo. So.
Oh
yeah, that's all fun. Ready to go. That'll be up on Monday the 16th. You can look forward to that. She visited a new anime clothing brand, Anime PLS, and took a look at all their stuff. It was like a preview, right, Katie? Like a preview of the stuff they're going to be selling, or what?
Yeah, they actually sold. They sold shirts and they sold things that were there, and they had a preview before their actual launch. So.
Okay, that's what I thought. Cool.
Yeah, and you could still buy things actually on their website.
Awesome. So if you look forward to that coming out soon, and Matt, Mr. Matt Grumman,
on Twitter and Instagram, it's at Matt Show.
Perfect. Matt Geek Show. And go read Matt's Ant-Man and the Wasp review. It's on the website right now. Dan Molinar.
What's up? You can catch me on Twitter and Instagram and all that fun stuff at Brickhouse13. It's with 2 Ks instead of a CK. Also, you guys, multiplayer, I'm just saying, our episodes are getting better and better as we go on. So make sure you go ahead and look for that, and any feedback, any suggestions or comments anyone has, please let Connor and myself know.
Yes, go listen to it. It's a great podcast if you want just all gaming content. The guys really get down and nerdy with it, and it's cool. Speaking of Connor.
Hey, if you guys want to follow me on Instagram or Twitter, it's all the same. It's Gentleman Bowtie. There's no vowels in gentleman, and Bowtie is with everything there is.
You're just a vowel hater. Got it.
Yep.
All right,
awesome. Couldn't afford the vowels in gentleman.
Couldn't.
Just the vowels in gentleman. Yeah, everything else is fine, but just that word in general, vowels got to go. Also, find Connor on Multiplayer Podcasts, which the new episode's up now, episode 2, and then episode 3 coming soon later this week. All right. Did I hit everybody around the room? Oh, I guess I did. So if you want to find me anywhere on the interwebs, Eric D. Lucas, ErikDLucas, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and right here on That Geek Show podcast and on the website running everything behind the scenes. All right. If you like this podcast, please give us a 5-star rating of anywhere that you listen to the podcast. We are now on Spotify. Woohoo! It's a big deal. So you can find us on the #1 streaming app currently in the world, which is awesome. You can also find us on Apple Podcasts and Google Play, and I think Google doing this weird thing where they still have the podcast on Google Play, and now they have also Google Podcasts, which is a whole nother thing. So we're on there too. We're on Stitcher. We're on TuneIn. Anywhere you can find a podcast, there you will find us. Please give us a rating if you like what we do. Hit us up on all of our social media channels at That Geek Show on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. And make sure to visit the website. Check out everything that we're doing there. And look forward to some upcoming content from San Diego Comic-Con. We'll be there maybe shooting a video, for definitely taking pictures. And just come say hi to us. I'll have the big That Geek Show logo on my chest. So that's it, guys. Thanks for listening. Hope you come back and see us next week. Have a great geeky week. Stay geeky. Bye-bye.
Don't be a scruffy nerf herder. Subscribe to our channel for more That Geek Show goodness in your life. Be sure to also check out our website, thatgeekshow.com, where we post exclusive photos from events and cons. And for all the latest news on upcoming special guests and geek swag giveaways. Follow us on Twitter and Facebook.